Welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. A lot of times when we're eating quesadillas, tacos, or burritos, we will add pico de gallo to it. Now that is a very simple salsa to make, so I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. For this, you're going to need tomatoes, which I've already chopped up mine, jalapeno peppers, and you can use this de-seeded if you don't want it to be hot, or you can leave your seeds in. You're going to need onion, the juice of 1 lime, and you're going to need some cilantro. Now, what I do sometimes, if I have it left over in my refrigerator, I will add some lime to this. And some green pepper to this. I like the crunch from the green pepper. That's not actually a part of pico de gallo, but I put it in mine. And for the sake of time, I've gone ahead and I've chopped up everything. So everything is chopped up, and I've juiced 1 lime. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. It's quick and easy, and I'm also going to use this on one of my favorite dips that I eat a lot in my home, and I'll show you exactly what that is. So to make pico de gallo, you're going to need some chopped up, finely chopped tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and put in this cut up green pepper. Like I said, that green pepper is optional. You're going to need some onion. And everything is chopped. Here is my jalapeno pepper. I de-seeded everything but 1. You don't have to do that. You can just take all of yours with the seeds in it. Or if you don't want it spicy, then you can not add the seeds at all. And I'm going to add into this my cilantro. And we're going to mix all of this up. Now to add the flavor that's actually needed for this, I have the juice of 1 lime. Now, how fast and easy was this to mix? I'm going to go ahead and put in the rest of my onions simply because I have it. And there you have it. This is great, like I said, on your quesadillas. It's great on your tacos. It's great on anything that you might want to put it on. But mostly we eat it a lot on Mexican dishes, because it truly brings out the flavor. Now I'm going to let this sit for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my favorite all-time dip that I like to eat with my pico de gallo. There you have it, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back, and I let the pico de gallo set for a little while, and I went ahead and I cut up my avocado. But for those of you who don't know how to cut an avocado, first of all, you need it to be ripe. If it comes to your house and it's not ripe, then you need to sit it up someplace high, and that'll ripen it real quick, normally about the next day or the day after. So you're looking at about 2 days, and then it'll be ripe. Now there's a pit in the middle of this, and you can see where I took the pit out. This is my favorite, one of my favorite dips that I like to have. So once you cut this open, and you can't go all the way through because of that pit, okay, then you want to open it. I think I'll use this one because it feels a little bit softer. And in order to remove the pit, you can just go ahead and hit it hard with your knife. Okay? Once you hit it, then you give it a twist, and it comes right out. See? Real simple. Now, if you have this device, this is used for an avocado. Okay? This is where you use to cut it, slice it open. This is what you use to remove the pit. This brings it out because it slices it up. But I'm old school, okay? So I prefer to use the old school method, which I use just a spoon. So all you have to do is go around the inside like that. It comes right out, especially if it's ripe. If it's not ripe, you might have a little bit of trouble with not only getting it out, but you're going to have a little bit of trouble when it comes to smashing it up. Then you want to take the back of a fork, which is what I'm using, and you want to smash it up. And I had already started for the sake of time to smash it. Now when you get it all smashed up, okay, like you see I have this here. This is what I like to do with my pico de gallo. First, it's smashed up with the back of my fork good. You want to use another device in order to do it. You can use a spoon. You can go ahead. I use a fork. Then I want to take some of the pico de gallo and I want to add it to my avocado. Because these are all the ingredients that you're going to use with the exception of some spice. And for that you can use some cayenne pepper or you can use more jalapeno pepper. Okay? So you're going to put that in. But everything that you're using in the pico de gallo is what you would use if you're going to make the guacamole. Okay? So you're going to take that and you're going to mix it. Once you get that mixed up good together, and if you want to add some more, you can. I think I'm going to add just 1 tablespoon more because all of the ingredients inside of your pico de gallo, I really do enjoy them. Okay. So you're going to mix that up. And once you get that mixed up, you're going to add, even though you added some lime juice to the pico de gallo, it's not going to be enough for this guacamole. So you're going to add some more lemon juice and just a little bit of salt. And I have the salt sitting right over here. So I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Alrighty. That's to give it just a little bit of extra flavor. And there you have it. Now, some people put the pit back over in it in order to keep it fresh because it will turn brown on you. I don't use the pit. What I use is I put it in an airtight container, put just a capful of water on the top, and it'll stay ripe longer. So I'm going to put it in my dish. Now, how fast and easy was that? And this is great for party time, for just snack time, for any kind of time that you want to use it for. And the best thing, I don't have the salsa Doritos, but the best thing for it is some Doritos because Doritos come with their own flavor. There you have it. That is my guacamole dip. Eat it all the time, especially when you're having parties or get-togethers. That's a very good dish to serve. Here's your pico de gallo, good for your Mexican dishes, whether it be tacos, burritos, or quesadillas. It does not matter. And you can take it to the next step by making the guacamole dip. And all you need for that is just to get you some avocados, and you can go in that route. And even when you're making your tacos, your guacamole can go on your tacos because I've tried it and it's very, very good. Okay, I just wanted to bring you this short video. And as always, thank you for watching. Chris Cook for you too. Stay safe. Bye.